Right. Everyone's quiet now. We'll just do the intro. Everyone stay quiet for that. And if you can, yeah, let's go, Harriet. Right. Started up with the webinars once again. So thank you for everybody who's joining us tonight from all over the world. Yeah, backed by popular demand, which is fantastic. So a huge welcome to you all. And we've got hopefully a great night ahead of you. So what is in store for you tonight? So we've got some expert panelists yet again. We've got Bart calls from Shokamala. Hi, Bart. Can you hear us, Bart?
Hi, I can hear you. Nice to meet you.
Good to see you. I mean, Bart, as a lot of you have made known out there over the years, has been on a lot of these webinars, and he works at the Shokamalas and has been. How many years have you been their stallion man now, doing the stallions?
About 40. About 40.
40. A long time. So honestly, there's nothing that Bart doesn't know about stallions. So it's really important, if you get those questions about stallions, we are talking all about the iSperm tonight. So we've been asked so many questions about it. We've got India here, who sells the iSperm.
Yes,
yeah, and you're going to tell us all about it.
Yeah, everything about it.
Everything you need to know. Also tonight, we've got Kate Hoare from NAF, head nutritionist. Hi, Kate.
Hi, Tellis. Good evening. Hello, everyone.
It's great to have you here. We've partnered up with NAF. I don't know how many years, but quite a few years now. And there's obviously we've got some talk all about the 5-star fertility. Kate's going to talk all about that and about obviously some of the other products that they do. We always want a bit of audience participation, and we've got Faye behind the screen here. So please get those questions coming in. We always want to know where you're from. Now, me and Pam went to Ghent the other day. Bart was there as well. And we had so many people coming up to us saying, well, you don't know us, but we've been watching you all over the world. So if you're one of those people, please type in the box, give a shout. Faye will give you a shout out, a bit of a plug. It's good. I don't know whether he's watching tonight. I saw him today down in London. Ali, I know you're interested in the iSperm. So I don't know whether you're there, but wherever you are around the world, it's always great to hear. We did something like 43 different countries last time we did a webinar last year. So let's see how we get on tonight. So we couldn't do it without our sponsors. And so our sponsors tonight are, we've got Adamix and we've obviously got NAF products. I'm just going to see if we can get this on the screen. So if I can see, well, there we go. I've got to try. That's not going to do. I'll tell you what we'll do is, if you have to pull it around, look like being prepared so I can see what's going on. That's all right. It's just for me so I can see what's like. So, yeah, we got our sponsors now. We couldn't run these webinars without our sponsors. And so we really appreciate their sponsoring, obviously NAP and Adamix tonight. So we thank you for that. Next slide, please, Harriet. And obviously, one of our main sponsors tonight are NAP 5-star fertility. We've been using this product for many, many years. And so we're going to tell you all about it. Kate's going to tell you what India's got to help you. So this can really help you learn all about it, how this can help you stallion's fertility. Okay, next slide is about the iSperm. The iSperm tonight is all about the iSperm. India sells the iSperm, so you're going to give some in-depth all about it. Troubleshooting, how it works, some of the problems that you may arise from using it.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything you need to know about the iSperm. So, what's the next slide? Oh, Bolesworth. Yes, let's tell you about the Bolesworth side of things. Bolesworth are doing a exclusive embryo auction and racing dreams auction. I believe there are still tickets left if you want to come to it. So it's on Monday. I might just let this.
Turn the sound down on that.
That's this. Just with this, it's on the 18th of November. As a lot of you may know all about Nina Barber and Mel. But Nina from Bolesworth, I know Mel's running it and putting it together as well. So please, if you've got tickets, contact Nina, contact Mel if you're interested. There's some amazing embryos out there from some great sort of show jumping sites. So please, if you're interested in that, please get in touch with us. Just email us. We can always pass on the details if you're interested. It's the Rum Warehouse, the Titanic Hotel in Liverpool on the 18th of November. And the charity tonight, then that night is Nature Safe. So anyway, we have got some giveaways. Let's look at that.
Already in front of you.
In front of us. So we might come on to that in a minute because they can't see us on there, but we've got some giveaways. So we have a bottle of gin. And also, can you take us off the shared screen just for 1 second, Harriet, if possible? There we go. So I'm just going to show you. There is something called Stallion Gin. Life could not get much better. If you're into horses, into gin, that's the perfect combination. And all the proceeds, obviously, we're giving this away, but if you want a bottle, all the proceeds go to Nature Safe. So have a drink and save a species from going extinct all at the same time. What more would you want? So, and also, we've got some of the NAP products here, the drink bottles. And I'm just going to throw in some sperm key rings as well, if anybody wants. Make some nice earrings as well. Right, Harriet, back onto the slides, I think. Maybe that's it from that one. So if you want to be in to win it, you want to be in it to win it, as they say, you've got to stay right to the end of the webinar. And you could win all this stuff. So we've got 5. Also, we've got 5 Stallion Show tickets as well. That we're going to throw into the mix. So I think in all, it's over £100 worth of goods at least tonight. So thank you, Naf, for obviously donating your stuff and obviously the bottle. So what is on tonight? So tonight we're going to be showing a live collection in a minute. What could possibly go wrong? And this is off a stallion called Ustinov. So we're going to show a live collection from him, and he's going to come in just a minute. India's then going to go through all the equipment that we use for that, if anybody's interested about buying any of that stuff. What to expect when the semen arrives at your place, and how to use the iSperm. Tonight, we're going to be touching on other stuff, but it's how you analyze semen, how you use the iSperm, what an effective tool it is to semen assessment. Any questions coming yet, Faye?
No, not yet. Lots of people from all over the world.
Come on, let's find out where they're from.
Shout out, right.
Where are they from?
We've got Canada.
Canada.
Oh,
that's in the morning.
Hi, Jackie. We've got Chechia, Massimo from Kuwait.
Massimo. Good to see you again, Massimo. I haven't seen I've known Massimo for years, so I know it shouldn't be a friendship, but anyway, it's good to see these people. Hi,
Yeah.
Massimo.
Yeah, we've got the Netherlands,
Netherlands.
Mexico, Belgium,
Sprechen Sie Deutsch? No, that's Germany, isn't it?
Germany.
Sorry,
Yeah. Bart can say a bit of Dutch for you.
Yeah.
And we've got Sasha from Breedwise as well. Hi, Sasha.
So cool.
And Shirley.
And
Let's not forget Shirley.
Oh, Shirley. I'm sorry, it's not toppy vodka.
She said she can vouch for the gin.
Got people all over the world. Great to see you. Thanks for your support as always. So keep those questions, keep those people who want to hear Faya keep shouting out tonight. It's great to see all over the world coming in. We're going to talk about the supplements. Supplements can be so important. They could be the difference between the stallion semen freezing and not freezing. Stallions getting their fertility rates up better. So Kate's going to talk all about that, and obviously back to the iceberg. But the other thing is, if you've enjoyed tonight, we will put something on the slide about the charity. So I think slide 6 hopefully will come up, or whatever order we're in there. There we go. Nature's Safe. If you get your iPhones out, I suppose you might be watching on your iPhones, but that might be anyway. You can donate. Nature's Safe. Just a $5 will be amazing about this amazing work that we all do, all the team do around here for raising money for Nature's Safe. But actually, what it does, it freezes tissue down. We've got in the room next to us, we've got 256 different species frozen down with the same technologies we're using for the stallions and everything else. So, right. First poll question we want to put up is, do you own an iSperm? Very simple question, just a yes or no answer. Very simple. So, do you own an iSperm? So there's your poll question. If you can click on that, I think if you click on that one, you can spin that back around if you want. Right, we might as well get the stallion down. If you can radio up to get the stallion down while that poll question come in, and we will go into the collection area. So let's see how this goes. So far, it's been a long time. Did you find your passport? Or was that a bit of a sore something? Bart was meant to be live here tonight with us, weren't you, Bart?
It's okay. I know exactly where it is, but I was not thinking about traveling to England as not a EU country. So just forgot it.
So Paul Bart was meant to be with us. He got that, but anyway, it's good to have you, whether it's virtually or in person, Bart. So thank you. So they've just gone to get the stallion, Bart. I've been to the place a few times. We were just going to go while we're getting the stallion down just through the ABs and the different ABs. There's lots of different ABs. AV stands for artificial vagina out there. We tend to use the Missouri one, and they come in 3 different sizes. The medium one tends to be the one that fits 80% of stallions, maybe even more than that. And then the small one, then the large ones for things like Shires, maybe your Suffolk Punches and Clydesdales and things like that for those ones. But Bart, you tend to use the Hanover one, don't you? Is that right?
Yes. I have also a bigger one, a smaller one, and I cut one to make for the open collection.
Ah, right, for the open, yes, for the open side. But you just have a different plastic liner, is that right, going in each time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I prepare like this, and then I put always a plastic liner inside.
Yeah. I mean, I think we might do a separate, or it sounds like the stallion's coming in, so we actually might just go straight in here. Is that it? Yeah, okay. Let's move on in here. Oh yeah, poll answers. What's the poll? So 32% of you have got an iSperm, 60-odd%. So that's 60% of the people out there that we've got to convert. So using the iSperm. Right. So we've got Josh, Haley, and Morgan. I've got the names right. And we've just got to say we've got many. So just here tonight. So before we do the collection, this is Houston and Josh. Yeah, our two stallions. The 2 stallions tonight. So I don't think we've done him at night before. So we've got to see how he goes. But beforehand, we're going to wash this stallion off. But do you want to tease him? Yeah. India, just come over here a little bit, please. Bart, could you just explain about the washing off? How important this is to people? Because I know a lot of people don't do this. But yeah, it'd be really good to hear from you about why you think this is important.
Yeah, this is very important because if you get the semen in dirty stuff, so the penis is not washed, or you get too much stuff inside what is not for the semen, the sperms will go there to find the way to go together because they think it could be the egg. So therefore, it's very important to get clean semen. Therefore, we only need to wash with clear water. We don't need to wash with soap or anything else, just with clear water, and make it fine clean. Just with a little bit of, you take water with a paper, and then maybe if you take a second or third paper, you see now they throw away the old paper. This one is not switched so fine. Normally, if you do a few times more, they are standing really easy and calm. So it's just like this. And then only give a little bit dry with the paper, with another paper, so that you don't get the water inside. And then you can collect. So it's very, very important just to get the penis free from all the stuff from outside. If they are running in the field or something, it's always dirty. If they are written, it's always dirty. So therefore, it's very important always to do before. Oh, you do a good job.
So that's obviously how easy it is to do. But before we put the stallion away, Bart, I'm going to go and just sort the semen out in a second. But I wouldn't mind you just going through with Josh about the rain system, because this is something you taught me to do.
He do really good. Today he do really good. Looks, that's
exactly so good. But today, I'm just going to go in the lab. I'm going to let India talk about the dummy mare after and a bit about what goes on and some of the stuff. But I'm just going to get the semen in there ready. But yeah, it'd be good to explain about the rains to everybody, because it really works. This.
Josh, you did a really nice, good job. Good evening. Before, if I saw you before, you always cut with one rein, and if something happens, you always get the horse in front of you. Now with two reins, you can be on the side, and he cannot do anything to you, and you can manage always what you are doing. Today it looks very, very good. Super. So also, if you are standing there like this, you are never in a position that they can kick you, they cannot bite you. You have the control, you have the complete horse in front of you. It's very, very good. So it should be.
In the safety zone, isn't it, Bart? So
yeah, it's really safe.
Yeah, very safe.
Yeah.
Perfect location to be.
And we sell these reins on our website. So these are one of the parts of the collection equipment that we sell at Stallion AI. We also sell the knee bandages that you can see on Ustinov, as well as the support bandages. And then Megan, if you would just mind spinning around to this lovely table that Josh set out. This is just some of the equipment that we use here. So we sell different types of chippies, from ported to straight. Long lines, so if you have a stallion that tends to rear up a lot, we tend to use this more than the reins, just to stop them getting their leg caught. And then obviously the collection coats for hygiene. Skin bandages are really, really important. These goes underneath the knee bandages. So if you have a stallion that has sensitive skin, it prevents rubbing, because obviously you don't want the stallion to have any sort of pain relation to avoid them jumping on the dummy. Disinfectant, we use this in our lab and also on our dummy mare. You won't mind just twizzling around to this beautiful lady. Oh,
just explain a bit about the stallion.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, if anybody's interested, come around this side. Yeah, just about Houston. Yeah, do you want to explain?
So this is Houston. He's a show jumping stallion, 23 years old. Looks amazing for his age. 167 centimeters. I think he was a KWPN, a champion stallion, and a real proven show jumping stallion. So he's got numerous offspring on the ground that are competing 160. We're really lucky to have him here standing with us, and yeah, he's fabulous.
How old is he?
He's 23.
23.
Yeah.
Well, that must be about sort of 80.
Yeah, that's
I might not be as good as that.
He's still performing this though. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's certainly not springing his step anyway.
Poor Sarah. Anyway, thank you, Josh. Yeah.
Hi, Josh.
Sorry, India. Embarrass your daughter. But that's how to embarrass your daughter. Right.
Just moving on to the dummy mare. So these are our in-house dummy mares that we sell here at Stallion AI. They're brilliant for the fact that you can jump pretty much any type of stallion on them because they adjust, as you can see at the bottom, to a pony up to a shire. We also sell the dummy mare neck covers separately. We really recommend you get one of these because they have the grip bars. So if a stallion wants to jump on and it's grip, obviously they'll use that and bite onto them. We also sell these for if you collect on a live mare as well. You can put these on the live mare too. But yeah, these are all sold on our website. And obviously, if you want any more information on them, just
this goes up and down, and we can lift it
Yeah.
up and down. But
said that.
Bart has a little bit more money than us, so he has a posher one. You have a button, don't you, Bart, or something that you just push to get your dummies to go up and down. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. We make it with oil pressure.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have not much time and people like you, so I have to do by my own. So we have to do simple things. But yeah, you can buy if you want to invest a little bit more money, you can buy a dummy mare with it's 1 foot in the middle and he goes up and down by air pressure, no by oil pressure.
I'm always interested, Bart. What's the sort of most you think you've? How many stallions have you collected off in one day? What would be the most you've done in one day?
It's at more than 40.
What? 40? I think ours is about, I have to admit, ours is about 30, I think, 25 or 30, but 40.
Yeah.
But you start at something like crazy 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, don't you?
Yeah, if we have the big season or in the middle of the season, yeah, we start at 4 o'clock.
Crikey. And 40 stallions in one day. Amazing. If we get time at the end of it, I'd love to.
But we are lucky now. We have 2 collection areas, so it's a little bit more easy.
Yeah. The other thing that we've invested in is this rubber matting, and I have to admit, this is another good friend of ours, Mark Spallard from France. With an EU sensor, everything's got to be rubber matted and to be able to be washed down and clean. So the grip on the stallion is so important that these stallions can grip. If they slip or slide, they're uncomfortable and they're more likely not to perform or get a failed collection or hurt their back and things like that. But we invested in this because our rubber mat is slightly different from Bart's. And I have to admit, when I first got it, I was a bit nervous about it because it costs a lot of money. Come from France. It's been brilliant. The stallions really sink into it. They grip. So, yeah, highly recommend it. We don't sell it, by the way, but I can tell you where we get it from if you're interested. So, yeah, so that's it's a really good piece of equipment that we're using here. Have you gone through all your bits of it?
Yeah, we've been to the table. Yeah.
Right, let's go and have a look at this semen. See what it's like. Right. Doorbell now to let us know the semen's ready. Yes, I like that. That's a new thing I think we've just done in the last week, isn't it? So we can get people in here and when we're busy. What ideally don't want people from one to the other without changing their coats and everything. So we just push the button and hand the semen through. Oh, I can hear it ringing somewhere actually now.
It's the Little Mermaid theme tune.
It's what Little Mermaid?
Mermaid theme tune.
Okay. On it. Let's have a look. Right. So we're just going to go through the basic semen assessment to start with, how we analyze semen before we get on to India's going to tell you all about the iSperm and how that's set up, what's in it, in the box and everything else. But if you're conventionally doing it, you need a slide. We tend to, if I diluted this out, oh yeah, by the way, bring the sample in. We weigh all our samples. So 1 gram equals 1 mil. So we get the baby's bottle on here, we tear it, so it's on 0, 0. We put our semen sample on here. It was just over 30 mils, and we've doubled it up, the semen sample, so it's got 64 mils on there. So once we've added the extender to it, the semen is actually quite happy. In its raw state, it doesn't want to. It doesn't like to live too long. We use 10 microliters. Do you use 10 microliters as well, Bart, when you look at it under the microscope?
No, I use 7 because my glass under the microscope is smaller than yours. You have 1 by 1.
It's spot
I
on.
have only 8.
And this
So
is something
I use
else.
0.7. But yeah, normally yes, 1.
And that is something I always forget to tell people about it, is these cover slides are 22 by 22 mil, and they're the perfect size for 10 microliter droplet. Like if you put 10 microliters on Bart's, which is slightly smaller, you're going to flood that slide. You're going to get 2 layers of semen. And when you're handling these, always try and handle them on the outside. I try and do an experiment now, actually. I'll do it this way. So I drop it on. I'll get another droplet. I don't know if this is going to work now. We'll find out in a second. Get another cover slide. There's a couple there. But what I'll do now is I'm just going to hold the slide like this. Just put my sticky fingers all over it. It's worse in the summer because your hands are a bit sweatier, so it might not work quite so well there. But if I just do that on the slide, I'm slightly over exaggerating. Just give it a minute. You'll see something. So when you're analysing your semen, you put your drop on there. And look at that. Look. So we go up to the slide. You can see the semen swimming around really well on here. This is still maybe a bit too dense for the mCASA systems, or the iSperm. Will explain a bit about that, why that is in a minute. Whenever you're looking at a slide, you always want to look in the middle. What you don't want to do is look at the edge. I try and go to the edge. There. So if you go into the edge there, see all those sperm cells are dead. So you really want to be looking at different parts of that, looking in different places. And when you've got a lot of sperm cells like this, you can see this is a good sample, but it's quite hard to, you want to dilute it out more. Basically, you want to be able to see the dead ones as well as the live ones. And yes, you can, the way we look at it, we say, is there more or less than 50% moving here? That's the first thing. And obviously, you can pretty much tell there's more than 50%.
Maybe you go a little bit closer, please.
There we go.
Yes,
yeah.
super.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
A bit closer still. There we go. Perfect. That's it. So, thank you, Bob. But it's still, it's too concentrated to give an accurate, and the mCASA systems or the iSperm will struggle to do the same thing. So, but it will always give you an answer, and that's something you'll be careful of. So that's how we grade it. Is it more or less than 50%? Well, of course, there's more than 50%. Then we say, is it more or less than 75%? Well, we might say, you know, until we dilute it out, it is a bit of guesswork, but we might say, well, it's round about 75. That's total. I'm going to show you now. This is the other slide where I put my fingers all over it. Look at the sperm cells, totally different. Looks horrible. And that's, I was slightly over exaggerating, but the semen isn't going anywhere. And that's just, you know, if you put your fingers all over that cover slide, that is just a good demonstration how it's not working. So there you go. That's what it's like where I've touched the cover slide with my fingers. And this one is where I haven't. I was slightly over exaggerating, but if you, I did it quite a lot, but imagine if you just did it for a few seconds, you're still going to have, the semen quality is going to deteriorate. So try not to touch that cover slide at all. I don't know, is there anything else on that? Right, I think we come over to the iSperm now, but you've used the iSperm a bit in over there now and again, I think, haven't you? And I think you go to, is it Colombia? I can't remember where you go to now.
Yeah. If I go to Colombia, they don't have all this equipment. So there I just take the iSperm with me. They have a microscope and then I'm happy because then I can show in the microscope what they see. But finally, if they don't have a microscope and we go in the field, I can show on the iSperm exactly with a small video and everything what's going on.
Yeah.
So therefore it's perfect.
But that's your lab in the background, so I can see in the background. Yeah, is that your lab?
Yeah.
Let's have a quick look in there. So just to show what's just to take, if you got a second, just to show us in your lab.
I hope I can do it.
Yeah, that's it. We can see it all. Yeah.
It's possible to see. So here's the microscope. Then directly where I'm standing for is our screen. Then I have there the nuclear counter with the fluid, 2 bottles of fluids. Over there at the end, we have another microscope with another thing. And in that corner, let me see, there's a microscope with, and behind the door, we have a small room where we have all our freezing equipment, but I cannot go that far.
No, it's fine.
But then, and over there, where my jacket is hanging, there outside is where you are going for the wet room for the vaginas and everything. And around the corner, let me see if I can show.
Yeah, we can see that.
Yeah. So, and then there where I'm standing, there in this door behind, there we go to the packing room and to the freezing room.
Wow.
Outside.
No, that's great, but we must. I've never really sort of seen. It's a fairly new laboratory, that, I think, because I saw your old one. I know you've upgraded it and everything. But you could, there's sort of where all the stallion semen's been processed from all those shock and molar stallions. Amazing to see. Right, iSperm, India, over to you. So we've got a sample. We have diluted it 1:1. Mm-hmm. So could you just take us through how we use this? It's called a mCASA system. A mCASA system stands for Computer Assisted Sperm Analysis. That's a big, a lot of words. I haven't got my sheet, actually. Have I gone off piece at all? Have I missed anything off, Faye? Oh, there we go.
Fresh semen.
Oh, cool. Okay. So I've, no, that's great. And actually, could we put the slide on there, Harriet, about the iSperm while we can do this? So I think show the first slide on that, please. So obviously with the iSperm, you can see iSperm mCASA, computer assisted sperm analysis machine. Okay, next slide. Yeah, and obviously this is for effective breeding success, and we've been working with Adamix and the iSperm for many years now, and obviously the beauty about this is it's portable. You can use it, as it says, anytime, anywhere, by anyone. So that's great. So it's just really shows you how easy it is to use. I think you might see a slide in a minute. We were collecting using this with elephants. Next slide, please. And obviously it's streamlining your breeding operations. And obviously all the parameters are set in there, so you can actually the quality you're going to get, and the analysts, because obviously when we're looking on a microscope, we're slightly guessing what that is. This will give you an accurate, if you use it properly, an accurate assessment. Next slide, please. And obviously it can really help with your breeding. It can tell you how much semen you should be sending out. It can give you the dilution rates and all that side. So it's really impacts obviously on a precise breeding program. Next slide, please. And obviously with that, we can get good conception rates, but obviously India's going to tell you all about, it can give you concentration, it can give you total motility, it can give you progressive motility. So it can give you all these things on here. And this machine is £2,000 roughly?
Yes, yeah.
2,000.
1995.
This CASA system over here it's about new. It's about 60 odd grand. These are brilliant, by the way. They're really, really good. So value for money, fantastic. Okay, next slide, please. And yeah, next slide, please. Yeah, so obviously all these can be recorded. It can track the sperm cells as well, which is brilliant. And it gives you all this data so you can actually take pictures of this. But again, India is going to show you all that as well. Next slide, please. And you can really zoom in. It can do sperm tracking. I think they brought the sperm tracking in maybe about a couple of years ago, so it can give you progressive motility, total motility, obviously tracking and everything else, which we'll show you hopefully in a minute. Next slide, please. And it's got lots of features. And what they've got now, we can do multiple species. And so on that, we can show you all sorts of things. So pop it in there if you want to, it helps. You still get us in there. Yeah. But yeah, so it not only does that, it can show you, obviously do all the different ones which you'll show in a minute. So it can do sheep, it can do cows, it can do pigs, I think as well. Yeah, pigs, all sorts out there. So yeah. Next slide, please. And obviously it can show you semen analysis, but again, India can go through all that, the results and everything's recorded on there. Okay, next slide, please. And it is very easy to use. So it gives you a lot of analysis data that you can actually use and hopefully get better pregnancy results and say real time within 3 minutes. Next slide, please. And yes, this is something Adamix has sent us. Next slide, please. And it's all over the world. So the beauty about this, there's a lot of people watching from all over the world. We've got any others that have sort of tuned in from over the world yet? And then we've got the
West Wales.
Oh, West Wales. Yeah.
Exotic.
You're Welsh as well. No, Scottish. Well, Scottish, Welsh. When it comes to rugby, they're all so yeah, all over the world you can see this iSperm is used. 100 to 1,800 users across 75 different countries, which just shows the power of this tool. Okay.
As well.
USA on board? Well, it's early morning for them or midday. Okay, next slide. And there's lots of people obviously out selling it there. So if you're interested, come back to us. Yep, next slide. And it's used on all different species. You can see this is me in the middle there. We were collecting semen from elephants and analysing that as well. So it's a really good research tool. Okay, and I think that's the last one, is it, Harriet? Yeah, so let's go back to the main screen and we'll get India talking how this actually functions. Right.
Can I just say something? It's
Yep.
not only for analyzing, also for breeders who have a lot of mares and get semen from everywhere. For them, it's really important to get one because they can see what they get directly. And before they inseminate the mares, they can have a look what they do.
Right. Absolutely. Perfect part. You just bring it on cue because that's something that's as important as sipping it out. You want to analyze it. So we've had a question come in, is do we extend the semen? Now, of course, you can look at it raw under here, but it's going to be too concentrated. But India's going to explain a bit about this in a minute. But this has only been diluted 1-to-1. It's always best when you're using these machines to really dilute the semen out. But India, just explain, first of all, show us this sample here at the moment to start with.
So when you open up your iSperm, obviously, depending on what species, obviously we're doing equine this evening, you can get it for different species. So they'll do canine, deer, sheep, chickens, cattle, pigs, etc. But we're going to be doing equine. So you open up your app. You'll then, when you purchase your iSperm, and you also can buy these from us as well, because these are the only things that you have to continue buying when you purchase the iSperm, is your caps and chips. So you'll need to get these out of your box. You then have what's called a light source. So this is basically a light of the microscope. So this screws in to the back of the iPad here, and that's basically how you'll be able to see your semen. So what you do is you put 0.75 microliters of semen onto the tip of your light source. Like that. We always just give it a little tap on the side, just because to help prevent any bubbles occurring, just to help, you know, give you a clearer reading as well, just to make sure it's sitting on the cap as best as possible. You then grab your other side of your cap. Now, the most important thing is, like we explained with the micro slides over there, is to not get your fingerprints on the end of this, because this will also give you a bad reading. So it's the same as that.
I always get told off for doing that all the time.
A lot of people will just pop it on like that and push it down with their finger, but then straight away you've got a fingerprint on the end. So what we do here is you pop it face down on the surface, spin your light source upside down. Don't worry, your semen's not going to drop off the end. And then pop it and make sure it clicks in place. That's really, really important. You then turn your light on. So you'll get a light come on your light source, and you then screw it into the back of your iSperm. Analyze now, and you should get a nice figure of semen perking up on the screen. You can see this little triangle in the corner of the iSperm. That's basically to show you where it's at. We always do like a 3 spin on the light source, just to give us some 3 different parameters of the semen. So you analyze it, you then spin the light source round. As you can see, the little triangle's moved. Start analysis, just so you can get kind of your average reading on what it's telling you.
Just pretty good,
yeah, very good. So as you can see, it is too dense. That's why it's not giving us a progressive. Spin it around again.
All right. Yeah. Someone's asked about saying at room temperature, but do you want to talk about the warm thing at the back there in a second?
So yeah, once you've done it 3 times, you then press complete analysis. Oh, let me just get rid of that. And then it'll basically bring up a little tiny couple of seconds clip here, which will save back. So it'll give you all your parameters here, obviously, of what your concentration and your motility is. Like I said, we haven't done a progressive on this one because the semen isn't dense enough. You then press save. So this is really good, for instance, if you're a mare owner, like Bart explained. So if you've had some semen delivered and you want to keep a record of obviously how the semen is looking, if you're going to be using it several times over the season. If you're a stallion owner, it's perfect. So if you're collecting off your stallion, say last year, and then you've collected off them this year, you can actually go back and see what his semen looked like last year and compare it to this year, and obviously see if there's any change. So put Monty in. So this will have saved that then. What I'll do before I go into there is I'll just explain about
Someone's just asked that we're using it at room temperature.
the heater.
And we have the heater. So
let me just unscrew the light source so you can see it a bit more clearly. Yeah, so the heater is basically, as it's called, a little heater that goes onto the back of the lens. You screw it on, you then plug it into some sort of plug socket, and then basically this will keep your semen warm whilst it's on the iSperm to obviously prevent it from dying out quicker. So yeah, that's a really, really important part. It comes with the iSperm when you purchase it, but yeah, it's really, really important you do use that if you can. Obviously, if you're out in the field where a lot of people, you know, do use it, but they can't unless they take a power pack. But yeah, if you're in a lab, it is really, really important. And then obviously going back, I've saved the data from the collection we just did. So this is one of, I think, the best parts of the iSperm is it actually saves data back. So you just go into your local experiments, and as you can see here, it'll save all the data back. So this is Monty here, and you can see there all of his parts of the semen. And then it'll give you obviously all of this, but we'll do this on the more diluted sample.
all right. Yeah, okay. Do you want to do the diluted sample now?
Are you doing it over there, or do you want me to?
I'll pass it to you. So this sample has only been diluted out.
Give you that.
Yeah. Right. Do you want to carry on with that? So this sample's only been diluted out 1:1. As you can tell, it's too concentrated. No mCASA system, whether it's a 60-gram one or a 2,000-pound one, they can't differentiate between sperm cells from one pad to another. Yeah, because they're just over the top of each other. So you need to dilute it out. Well, it's a maximum of 70 million sperm per mil, isn't it, India?
Yeah.
So this needs diluting out. We're diluting it out maybe 1 to 3 or 1 to 4. So we're just going to work it out now. And India's goes through.
Yes. I'm doing exactly what I just did with the previous sample. So pop in my, as you can probably see a little bit better, the semen on the end of my cap. Face down like we explained before. Give it a little tap to make sure there's no bubbles. Spin it round. You need a steady hand for this. Make sure it clicks in. Turn your light source on and then screw it into the back of the iSperm. Then you start your analysis.
How's it looking?
It's looking good.
What's it come back as? Yeah.
There you go.
So, oh no, you got this. You got the 60%
Mm-hmm.
and the 73.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
And then that's basically the same as obviously I explained before.
Right.
With this one, do you want,
So just show that, but then
do you want me to do the sperm tracks?
oh yeah, do the sperm track.
Yeah, so as you can see here, it will show you the sperm tracks as well on that one too.
You can do the larger screen, can't you? So you go like that.
Yeah, there you go. So it'll show you all the sperm tracks of the sperm cells as well. And like I said, this can be saved back. And then you can obviously look at it another time if needed. Obviously, the semen you get in again looks different on a different day.
Yeah. So do you want to go through the different parts of it in here again?
What do you mean?
So just going through some of the stuff that they get.
Oh, what with the iSperm? Yeah, so and let me just move that to one side. So this box here is how your iSperm will come. These are all the bits that you'll get with it. So like I explained before, once you've purchased the iSperm, the only bits that you need to continue buying are the caps and the chips. Everything else comes with it. So you'll get your air blower, which is basically just to keep your iSperm lens clean, because you don't want to be getting your finger marks on there wiping it off. Your measuring cups, obviously here we do it differently, but obviously depending on how you're using your iSperm will depend. So obviously you can put your semen inside here. Your little Allen key. So this is used to screw on the lens onto the back of your iSperm and also your heater. This is really, really important. It's very small, so you need to make sure you don't lose this. But yeah, a little Allen key will come with it as well. Batteries. So these can be found on Amazon as well, but you will get a set of batteries to come with your iSperm. So these are to go into the back of your light source. So you just have to keep adding batteries into it.
Shows this. So we just been analysing it on this other computer. I think what did that one come out? 73 and 60. This one's come out at 65 and 58. So just hold it up next to it. Actually, that's a good point. Yeah, you can get them both in there. So that just shows. Yeah, it's pretty well concentrated. It's giving you a good analysis on that, on the progressive motility on that. Someone's asked, do we dilute it out, the whole sample? Really, if you want an more accurate, I find if you get a little bit of it, just dilute that out 1 to 3 or 1 to 4, because it's much more accurate if you've when you've diluted it out. You can do it on the initial sample. I don't know, Bart, it's much better to sort of dilute it out a little bit, do you find, because you've got more of an accurate when it's about 70 million sperm per mil?
Yeah, for sure. I always try to get like this to be between 50 or even 30 to 80 billion. If you want to have it concentrate, because I work a lot with concentrate semen, you only take a little bit and make it like this, and therefore you have a really accurate result with your iSperm. If it's too high, it will not work so well.
Yeah.
But yeah, we always try to do between 30 and 80 billion.
Yeah, so there you go. I think Dave Quick. Hi, Dave. Hope you're having a good time tonight, sitting back. I bet you're having a beer watching us tonight. But Dave brings quite a few stallions into us just down the road. He asked the question. What was the question, Dave?
I
think it was, what other CASA system? How does it compare?
Yeah, how does it compare with other products on the
Yeah.
market?
But we've just seen actually sort of a real sort of top of the range bit of, well, both top of the range bits of equipment, and they compare very, very accurate. There's a few out there. We've done a lot of work on this. And if it's used correctly, you can actually, it can be very, very accurate, very accurate. You've always got to be careful of all CASA systems. They will always give you a result no matter what. And if you've got to understand whether you think that result is the correct one, but in other words, if the semen on the screen doesn't look quite right to what you're doing, do another analysis. So I'll give you an example on here. Can I just?
Yeah.
So what did that come back at? Let's just have a look. If I hold it nice and steady, I'm going to try and do something here for you now. See if I can demonstrate. I wonder if this will work. So it's given it 67 motility. My eyes aren't very good. You have to hold it over there and get 50% progressive. Right, if I was to do this, oh, hang on, let's go back. Cancel. Oh, leave. Start analysis. Nice just to move this a little bit like this. Just say it was an unsteady surface, or you had a centrifuge going. Ignore. And keep moving. I don't know whether this is going to work or not, but anyway, we'll see. And I'm moving myself. It's come back with 100% motility on this and 95 progressive. So you always want to make sure this is on a very steady surface, not being moved, because all CASA systems can give you results if it's too concentrated or it's not. And so that's a very, can you see the, I don't know, you can show the.
It says
Yeah, and even what India says, just one drop, always the same size, and not just a drop by your eye or something. So because then you have also different results. And that's with the CASA. That I don't like normally so much all the CASA systems for this, because it's as good as the people are working with. They can make what you say. If you move it, you have 100%. If you put a little bit too much on, it cannot read it. So yeah, you get some stuff, but not the right ones. So that's very important. But India say with only 0.7 drops.
Yeah. But at the end, we might go back when we finished just to about your, but we'll do that more to the end, how you ship your chilled semen out on the concentrations. But this concentration's come back at 45 million sperm per mil. And we usually like between 45 and maximum 100 we're sending semen out. But we'll come on to you because you have a really good way of maybe doing a low volume, high concentrated. But we may talk about that in a minute on that side of things. So yeah, so have you gone through the box? What you get in the box?
well, I was halfway through it,
and then I interrupted
yes,
you.
you did.
Oh, right, sorry about that. Right, sorry. Yeah,
okay.
Carry on going through the box.
Like batteries, yeah. So I was saying batteries. These are for your light source. So sometimes, as many technical things do, you'll just need to replace the batteries every so often. The reason how you'll figure to do that is your light won't work. So if you just pop your batteries in, change them, bob it on, it should work no problem. And then you'll get your droppers. So we use a pipette here, but the iSperm will come with droppers. So that basically measures out your semen for you. I generally prefer using a pipette, but then yet again, there's nothing wrong with these at all. Really handy little things to use.
Not as accurate though.
That's why we use pipette, obviously, because we know that it's at 0.75. Like I said, if you don't have one, you can use these, they come with them. But yeah, we just much prefer using these here.
I think Faye's got a quick question.
So does the iSperm come with an iPad, or do you have to buy this separately?
To buy the iPad separately. Yeah, that's the only thing that's not included, because it's just an Apple iPad Mini 6, which can be found on Amazon. So yeah, that's the only thing it doesn't come with. It comes with everything else, but no, the iPad you'd have to buy separately.
And I don't know of any other CASA system out there where you can do semen analysis, but also you can go on your Instagram and Facebook and everything else, and TikTok.
Yeah, don't get mixed up.
No. Yeah, so it's multi-purpose at the same time. And if you've gone through the videos, they have the videos.
Yeah, it showed how we save them back and everything. Yeah, so basically it comes with an iPad stand, and you get 50 base kit chips and cover chips with your iSperm, and then going forward, you can either purchase 50 or purchase 500, all available through us. Your heater, that goes on the back of your iSperm. That comes with your iSperm, your sample collector light source, and then you get also a little fancy bag strap as well here, which we don't use. But yeah, if you want to put it over your shoulder. But yeah, that's everything.
And what's the? Sorry, forgive me if I've said this. What's the sort of common mistake I've seen is leaving these switched on.
Yeah, so if you leave a light, it's really important to make sure you leave turn these off after using them. One, because the batteries will die more quickly than they should, and another one is lens alignment. So when your lens goes out,
Yeah, you've got the little thing there.
yeah,
Oh, there it is.
yeah.
Yeah, it is quite tricky. This.
I mean, I can show you where to find it. So just bear with me. So basically, as soon as you come on your screen, it'll say lens alignment there. So basically, that's telling us that it's all lined up. If you also get the shake, it sometimes will tell you that your lens isn't lined up because it's shaking around. So that's why it's also important to make.
Where do you do the lens alignment?
So you do it on the lens, but I'll need that to.
You need to take that off.
The heater off.
All right. So we need to take the heater off. Do you want to see if we can do that?
You're a bit of a wizard at doing the lens. I'm not very good at it.
I'm not going to alter it, but I'm just going to show where they do it. Yeah. Because 30% of the people watching have got iSperms and they might.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
So yeah, sometimes it does just need lining back.
So that's the heat stage coming on.
Yeah.
And
then lens.
And so you can sort of see, you can't really see, but on the lens, on the side of it, you can see these holes. And it's quite tricky. It's something you just have to spend a bit.
You can sometimes take it off and do it by eye, which Pam does. I don't know how she does it, but she manages to do it like that. Or you have to put it on a mount and just sit there and just twiddle around with it. But you've got to make sure it's on a flat surface because, as you can see, because I'm moving around, it's now telling me that it's out of line. You see the little red cross isn't within the white box.
Yeah.
So.
Do you want to put your that one back on there now? Yes. And you do services on these, India?
Yeah, so I do services. So, for instance, beginning or end of stud season, you can send your iSperm over to us and we'll give it a clean. We'll make sure it's all functioning properly. And sometimes you do need to replace certain things on it. Obviously, if they've broken or anything like that, but we can obviously have a look at that for you. And we also do, which we've just started doing, is trial iSperms. So
go on, explain about that.
So our demo units. So if, for instance, because obviously it is quite a pricey piece of equipment to buy.
Not as pricey as this one.
Not as pricey as the mCASA, but if you want to be 100% sure that you can use it, we actually trial our iSperms. So you'll get the whole kit. You'll even get the iPad, which doesn't come with it when you buy it, but you'll get the iPad. And you can have it for a week. You can trial it, you can see how it goes. We can then organise a Zoom call if you want to go over anything on how it works, and then send it back. And if you want to buy one, then obviously you've used it, you know you like it, and then you go from there. So then it means that you can try before you buy.
Before you buy.
Basically. So yeah.
Very good. Right, where are we up to now? Question space?
Nope, we've answered them as we've gone.
Yeah.
I want a poll now, don't we?
Yeah, poll question. Oh yeah, poll. Second poll question. How do you currently analyze your semen? Is it through an iSperm, microscope, other mCASA system? We should have had a third one saying don't. I presume everybody does, but yeah. So it'd be just interesting on the poll side. If you can answer that question, that would be great. Any other? No more questions coming in there at the moment? Right. So the next thing, once we've sorted out our concentration, I'll tell you what we might do on this other analysis, just while we're here. We've got another type of machine for doing the nuclear cell count. So I might just get Bart to talk us through this. This is called the nuclear cell counter. So this is another bit of a thing that just does the concentration. So Bart, tell us about this.
Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of people think it's just doing the concentration, but if it's not the cheapest machine, but I think next to your microscope, the most important machine you can have in your lab if you want to analyze any sperm, because if you are fresh or you take frozen semen, you can analyze diluted semen and not like the most counters only with natural semen. So, and he gives you, after freezing, you can make not only the total who is in 1 ml, also you can say the viability, but for me is a very important part of the semen assessment to know what he gives after freezing. So
Yeah.
this
So
is
in here,
really
just
important.
showing, because they can't see it on the slide yet, but I'm just going to get this. So this is the cuvette. We just diluted this extender out, and we're with the solution, we're putting it in here, run and 1, and it's just going to do. It's just showing on there.
So, and then if you get this machine, you get in semen dilution on it, and that's exactly written which how many microliter you need for how many ml, and then you can sort it out which one you want. And then
Harriet, can you just do the can you spotlight us for a second if that's possible? That's perfect. Yeah. So Bart can carry on talking then, and we can still see what we're doing in here. Yeah, carry on, Bart.
okay, so in this case you use 201 on the solution. So I don't know which solution you take. You take
Yeah, I put 25 microliters, Bart.
okay, 25 with 5 ml. With 5 ml. Okay, I'm using 101, but that is 50 microliters with 5 ml. So that doesn't matter. You have just to read the line, and then if you have this line, you are somewhere between 130 or 125 and 600. In between there, he's black and super good. And in this case, if you see the cassette, can you show the cassette?
Yeah. There you go.
So if we take the cassette and put this down, he suckered it out till about the beginning, and then if you put it in a machine, the machine press it down more, and he goes through all the lines who are in there, and then on the top you have this screen, and this is the screen what we see on the computer, and says exactly how many sperms are in 1 ml.
So we've just done, Bart, just so you know, we've just done the constant the total. Now we're just doing the viability, just so you know.
Yeah, okay. So we did the total, and now we do the same. So we press, and the fluid is going to the first line down. We put them inside, and now we say serial run 2. That's for the viability. And the viability, he will tell, if we look in the screen, it takes a little bit longer, the viability, so we have to wait maybe a little bit. Then he tells us, for example, 60% or 60 million, or even less or more. We will see, we wait a moment. And then he say, you can look in the computer. For the moment, it looks like it's not on, but we will see. He will say, so per million, none, with an N, not with a T, so with an N. That means it is non-viable. And then he make a formula, the total minus the non-viability, divided to the total, and then you have exactly the amount of sperms who are viable.
Yeah.
Normally, you should give it now slowly.
Yeah, hopefully in a minute. It's just taking its time.
Yeah, it takes a few seconds more.
Yeah, and you use this machine quite a bit, don't you, Bart?
I use it every day, all the time, especially. So if I get young horses,
There you go, Bart.
so here it is very good. So you see, it's only 28 billion non-viability. So if you take this 138 we had before, minus the 28 diluted with
80% viable. It's got, Bart.
yeah, it's fantastic. So if we have this kind of viability, I say always, if I have viability 70 and more, especially with young horses, I can start to freeze. So this is one of the points, if you get with young horses, to flesh them out and to see how it is. Sometimes the first 2-3 jumps, you are in a viability of 30, and after 2-3 times more, you are 60, 70, 80. Like this, it's really good. So
Yeah.
that means that the membrane, the viability of the horse is very good with 80%.
Can you take the spotlight off us now, and just so we can hurry up so we can see Bart? I think there's a question for Bart.
Yep. So question for both of you, really.
Both.
Is anyone still using a spectrophotometer for concentration with microscope for motility and morphology?
We might have one of them in here.
There you go. In the mystery cupboard.
You know, no. So basically, that's quite an interesting one. So there's different photometric methods out there. One thing you must always remember with photometric methods, here we have it. You can only use really raw semen on there. This is our raw sample initially, because it shines light through the sample. If you put extender on there, it's going to count the sperm cells. Do you agree with that, Bart?
Yeah, for sure. And that is before I had the nuclear counter. I worked also with this now what's it called?
The spermacube.
Exactly, with the spermacube, and therefore it was even more and more important to watch the stallions, because the spermacube sends in the sample a light through the semen and is guessing what's going on the other side. So it is, I will not say it's not good, but it is good between somewhere, if the concentration is somewhere between 125 and 250, then it's quite accurate. But if it is more thin, for example, if the spermacube say it's only 80, it might be only 20. If the spermacube says it's maybe 200 or 310, it might be 500. So therefore, he is in between 125 to 250. He is quite accurate, but as soon as it's go out of there, it's just because he's guessing. He just sent a light through and guess what's going on. And if the stain is not washed, you have always a lot of, you get a high percentage, because it is dirty and the light is not going through. So this is very tricky to work with.
And this is the beauty about the iSperm. You can see it on here. You know, the beauty about the iSperm also, you can do it with extended samples, you know, as well. So, well, you've got to extend it really to get the better results. So, with raw samples, if it's very dilute, it'd be okay. But you really, like we say, you can do it sort of 200 million. The higher they're concentrated, the less accurate this machine's going to be. But that's the same with its any
with all the CASA machines.
Yeah. So this can, you know, obviously. So this is again a beauty about it. I really don't know of a machine out there that is for this price can give you this value and what it's doing. So so there we have it. 51%, 51 concentration. I think it was 49 before, so it's repeatable time and time again. I know we obviously sell these machines, but we put a lot of work, a lot of investment into this, analysing it, and we can't recommend it high enough. So,
Poll question.
Poll question.
So we've got 24% using an iSperm.
24%, yeah.
71% using a microscope, and 5% other.
What they're using with the other one, maybe
Microscope. Okay, if you only work with the iSperm, you are in the field and everything, then you have everything. But if you work with a microscope, you need something else also, or you have to count by yourself with how we learned for 40 years. But then you should have a lot of time.
Yeah. So it's I say we've used it for many years, and they keep improving it. The updates, remember, all free. So they quite often, I don't know, what's roughly every 4 or 5 months they do an update, roughly, don't they?
Yeah, roughly, yeah, around about that mark.
And is there have we got a thing on YouTube how to use this as well?
The iSperm.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's loads of YouTube video clips on how to adjust the lens, all the little troubleshooting ones that people wouldn't know how to do, as generally.
So the aftercare is really important, obviously, on this. 2 seconds, Faye. They have got this sort of thing in the top corner here called the abnormalities. It works, yeah. So you can see these some ones in here. So you count it, but I always think it's difficult, obviously, when the sperm cells are moving around. So you actually put your own abnormalities down in here, but we don't tend to use this one too much. But it's yeah. I would say otherwise everything's okay. Yeah. Was there a question?
Question for India. So it can do other species, not just equine, can't it? And what's the deal with that? Are they all kind of wrapped up in one, or?
Yeah, so it's actually it's a good point you mentioned that. So actually, just recently, can you just go onto the homepage?
Yeah, I certainly can.
So as you can see, I explained before that they do lots of different species, and you used to have to purchase the species individually, but as of literally a month ago, now when you purchase the iSperm, you get every single app
You got
free.
horse, dog,
So
deer.
Yeah. Chicken or cock.
That's a sheep,
Goat,
lamb,
yeah.
cockerel, bull, pig, and it's a goat.
And they even do mice as well, but that's only with the iSperm 5. So yeah, and I think there is more species to come.
Oh,
So
watch this space.
we don't know what
And
they
you get
are
all
yet.
that with this. Years ago, just so you know, you used to have to pay for them individually, but now you get the whole package.
Yeah, so when you purchase the iSperm and all the kit, you get all the apps as well, which
All the
is
apps.
really good.
Yeah, there you go.
Question. Can you print off the results from the iSperm?
Yes, and you can download them and send them to your emails, which then, sorry, you can download them, and then send them to your emails, and then therefore then you can print them off if needed. But obviously it does save it on the iPad as well, so either or.
Yeah. Right, what else is on our list? So, sorry, well, we've sort of pretty much covered, obviously, that with the chilled semen. Yes, we dilute the semen out. It tells you how to dilute it out. I think you go through that bit of dilution out. So you can mix it 1 to 3, 1 to 4. So you want to get that concentration around about 50 million sperm per mil on that style of things. Frozen, yeah, we can do a bit of frozen. Sorry. Okay, yes. Kate from NAP. Brilliant. Kate, are you there? You've been sitting there very patiently. Now
it's been really interesting, Tullis. Really interesting.
We've been using, we've tried all different types of sort of fertility supplements, and I have to admit, we've tried a few, but we've been using this for quite some time now, and we find this for many reasons being absolutely excellent for stallions. But Kate's going to tell us a bit more about it. We've done a lot of research into this. We have all our stallions on this.
Yeah,
every single stallion on our place comes into this. So, but I'll let Kate take this away. Kate, all over to you.
Yep, thank you, Tullis. Thanks for asking us to join you this evening. I have to say, I think I watched that live collection earlier with Ustinov at 23 years old, and doing as well as he did, and I thought, well, I don't need to say anything about this product, do I? It said it all there. I think the proof really was in the pudding there. So, but this is a product that we're really proud of. We're really proud of the work that has gone into it. It was probably 4, if not 5 years in production, in development, and now we've been out in production for again another probably 6 or 7 years, and just going really well with it. We're so pleased. So what the product does is take some of the existing research, and reproduction and semen quality is an area where there is quite established nutritional evidence. Things like vitamin E, we only use the natural vitamin E in our fertility product because the natural one, and there are 2 different types, the natural one is so much more effective and much better than the synthetic one that you typically find. So things like natural vitamin E and selenium are well known for fertility, and that's especially in the UK and across Europe, selenium deficiency is a real problem in soils. So if you're breeding, that's an area you need to look at. Omega-3 fatty acids are great for the semen viability for the semen cell wall. So again, we have omega-3 fatty acids and things like amino acids, arginine and lysine, again helping the integrity of the semen. But actually, what's really important as well is helping the stallion in terms of himself and what in wanting to do that job. It's something that stallion managers tend not to want to talk about, but libido is quite a significant problem in stallions. We see issues with, particularly in the natural cover, where they may be covering 3 or 4 times a day with the thoroughbred race horses. So this product is not just about producing good semen, which it definitely does, but it's also about making sure that the stallion is a stallion and wants to be a stallion. And again, at Euston-Off this evening at 23 years old, I think he was very, very clear in what his role in life was. So that's great to see. And actually, that does create some questions. We do sometimes get asked, well, will he be too much to handle? Will it become a problem with his behavior? And absolutely it doesn't. It just allows him to be himself. It allows him to be the stallion he's meant to be. But no, they do not turn into a unmanageable maniac. We've had so much feedback now that these horses, a lot of these horses are multidiscipline horses, so they might be performing during competition horses routinely through the season, and then they go and do their cover, and then they go back. These dual aspect horses, and they're still competing calmly, standing on the lorry and going off. So it really helps them on both sides. And so, that's where we've got to. Love the product. We love the background. We love being, the work we've done with people like yourself and Stallion AI, which has just really put in the evidence, helped us with the evidence, helped us to build up that data bank to know that the product is doing what it's meant to be doing, basically. So, yeah, something we're really pleased with.
Great. Well, thank you very much, Kate. We really appreciate your support. I say NAF, but always through and through with the quality of their products. I think everybody around the world has heard of NAF, and the quality of their products is second to none. We have a slight problem. I have not charged my phone up properly, and I think we've only got about 10 minutes left. So we are going to miss the frozen semen, but I think we should do another webinar all about frozen semen and handling. How about that? So sorry about the bet, but tonight is about the iSperm, obviously, and that's what we've obviously gone through. So we've got another poll question saying, would you be interested in receiving some information about the iSperm? If you can just put the yes, no, that would be great. And we can soon contact you on that. Right, we'll come around here. Kay, was there another question coming?
Yes, there was. Bear with. So,
Got the big giveaway in a minute, by the way. Drum roll, yeah.
Can you repeat what is the ideal concentration to work with the iSperm? Between what range is it more accurate?
Yeah, Bart, I don't know whether you want to answer that one. They were asking what's the best sort of concentration when we're dealing with the iSperm.
If you can go to 50 million on a ml,
Yeah.
it's super good. But 30 to 70, somewhere around this, you cannot. You mentioned directly 50, but if you can dilute it between 30 and 70, it's great.
So what you can do is you get a small amount, basically, and just say you can do initial concentration with it and just say it looks roughly about, 200 million sperm per ml. You can dilute that out 1 to 5, 1 to 6 in a small tube. And when you get it to round about that amount, you can just dilute it out, because if it's 18 million sperm per ml, it won't do you the progressive. It'll only do it when it gets down to that amount. So yeah, hopefully that's answered your question. Right. So whole question. I think we got any more questions, or is that it, Faye, on that one?
Yep.
Quick equipment side of it. You've done most of the equipment already, I think. Oh, can we turn that computer around so we can see how it made out another slide about the equipment and sure we're on that one. And so we've got concentrated 5-star.
Yeah, I've done 5-star Biogenie, obviously explaining that we use that to disinfect our dummy mare, we use it to disinfect all our lab surfaces, etc. And obviously the iSperm that we sell here. And then we have just started selling falling alarms. So obviously falling season will come, it will creep up on us. So yeah, we sell what's it called, Easy Fall falling alarm. So yeah, if you don't have a falling alarm and you want to fall your mares at home, please get in touch because we can help you, advise you.
We've got some a new web. I'm just gonna. It's a bit further on, but maybe come on. We've got some webinars all about this as well in a minute.
So we'll be showing on these webinars.
We have got so many more webinars coming up. A lot more late nights for us. Anyway, so obviously I just want to thank again our sponsors. Thank you. Oh, I'm looking the wrong way. Thank you, Kate, from NAF, and thank you, Adamix from the iSperm for sponsoring tonight. Much appreciate that. And the Bolesworth, if you can put the slide on there, if you still have that one on there, Harriet. Obviously, the Bolesworth have exclusive auction coming up on the 18th of November, Monday night. Got some amazing embryos. So obviously, if you're interested in that, please get hold of us. And the giveaway tonight. So all these products, I've thrown a few firm peelings for the gin. I think, can you remember what tonic it goes with? Well, I can't remember this.
I like a Mediterranean.
Elderflower.
Yeah.
Yeah. Faye is our gin expert.
Make me sound like an alcohol.
You are. So, right. So tonight, the winner is, who's the winner tonight?
And Dicker.
Oh, Anne Dicker, if you're still watching, hope you are to see anyway.
Question as well.
Oh, go on now.
Yeah, she said, what's the recommended semen amount to send out?
That's a very good point. So the recommended semen amount. Now, I did a presentation. God, where was I presenting the other day? Oh, I know. In Saudi, we're doing one over on a Zoom, and I know sometimes that differs from Germany to here, but we tend to send out chilled semen a minimum of 1 billion progressively motile sperm. So there's a minimum of 500 million at time of insemination. So that's what we tend to do. With frozen semen, it's down to 250 million progressively motile sperm. But I think we will do a whole nother webinar all about this. I think we should be doing that one. Frozen semen, concentrations, how much we should be sending out. What do you? Yeah, that was a good one.
In Europe,
yeah,
in Europe, yeah, we can talk about this. In Europe, we have the rule: we have to send out 300 million progressive.
There you go. So
it's a little bit more or less, but yeah, you're not more in Europe, so we can do what we want.
And you need a passport to get into the country as well.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, Bart, he drove all the way to the border. It's meant to be here. I don't know. So, Anne, enjoy your gin. I might come and join you. I hope you enjoy this, the special gin. That's it.
Yeah, we do have one more suggestion by Shirley.
Oh gosh, do I really? It makes you nervous every time Shirley has a question. I get palpitations.
She says she thinks we should do a half-day course on using the iSperm with entertainment in the evening schedule as well, obviously.
We will run it, but long as Shirley, you are here for the entertainment. That's all right. And you bring a nice big bottle of toffee vodka. You're on. Yeah. I'm sure we could do that. Definitely. Brilliant. Love it. So, Anne, you are the lucky winner tonight and all the goodies. The charity tonight is Nature Safe. So whether you can show that slide and where it's on the slides, Harriet. There we go. There we go. Nature Safe. As you think you all know, we're really passionate about this charity. Saving species from going extinct. One of the first ever living biobanks. We were on ITV last week. So it really can make a difference. And every single penny goes towards saving species from going extinct. So if you can't do a small donation, you can go on the website, naturesafe.com, or you can, if you've got a second, just go for the hashtag, but you might well be on your mobile, so it might be a bit difficult for you to do that, but please let us know. We have the lunchtime live every Friday. Sarah does that with Faye. So join us 12 o'clock. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah.
Every Friday. Want to thank the team. This is never possible without the team. So we have Megan. Is that right?
Yep.
Who's behind camera? So for that. Obviously, we have India. So thank you, India. With Harriet in the background. She does all these webinars. I'm sure you don't think they just come together just like that. There's a lot of work. We have storyboards, we go through rehearsals, doesn't always go to plan. So there's a lot of work that goes in behind the scenes of all these. These are all recorded, they'll be all on YouTube later. So thank you, Harriet is doing that in the background. I know Sarah's not here tonight, but she puts a lot of the storyboards together for this. So thank you, Sarah, if you are watching. We've got Faye on the question. Morgan, who is also taking pictures and helping with the collections. We've got Josh, who's most probably gone home, most probably having a beer already, and Hayley. Have I missed anybody off? I'm always quite good at missing someone off.
I think
I
that's
think
it.
we've got everybody, so thank you for that. But I've got to thank, obviously, Kate tonight and Bart. So thank you, Bart. We really appreciate your knowledge and understanding of the stallion world. Is absolutely second to none. And I think, hopefully, I can speak for you, Bart. We've got people from all over the world. We go and set these labs up. We really enjoy it. We set one up in India this year. We set one up in Japan this year. We went to Iceland, we went to the Faroe Islands, and there's some other ones, maybe Pakistan. And I know Bart likes doing this as well. So if you need any help, please reach out to us. We're always there at the end of the phone or try and sort these things out. So look to hear it.
Courses.
Courses, Faye. Yeah, courses.
Yes. Well, we've got some collection courses running. They are our one-to-one collection courses. So you'll learn how to collect from the stallions and process the semen all the way through. It's a one-day course, and we've got several dates available. So have a look on our website because we've got them all there for you to choose from. We also have a storing and handling frozen semen course. So that's up to 10 people. It's not one-to-one, but you do get hands-on experience. So it's practical. You're troubleshooting. What happens if you get straws that fall down to the bottom of the tank? How do you fix that problem? There's all sorts of things. So Pam and the team are great, and they'll be on hand to teach you how to do that. So I think that's a really valuable course, actually.
I think we should do a webinar as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's an area we get phone calls from various people around the world, across the country. What do we do? This has happened. It's so you can handle those kind of situations really as well. So
no, great. Well, thank you for that, Faye. So we'd love to. We've got our next webinar. The date for the diary. Get your pen out. Get for the date. 28th of November. Caring for your breeding mare over the winter. So I think some of those are helping us out with that next door. I think they're doing a bit on that one, aren't they? I think. Hope. I said they're so I think they're doing obviously. So that's going to be a really important webinar. So tune into that, all you mare owners and obviously stallion owners. We'd like to hear from you. Shirley's come up with a good idea. We always like those ideas. Let us know your ideas. Send us an email, whatever. If you want us to do a webinar, we think we can put it on. We enjoy doing them. Hopefully you enjoy watching them. So let us know. We can always try and do some work. So really to wrap it up now, we want to thank you. You're the viewers. Without you, we couldn't do this. Because obviously you watching us makes us want to do more. I know people all over the world. So thank you for watching. We really appreciate it. Any feedback would be fantastic. And it's really a good night from all of us here. And it's obviously from Bart and Kate. So thanks very much. And we'll see you on the 28th of November, all about the breeding mare over the week, caring for the breeding mare over the winter. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Bart.
Thanks all. Bye.